No, that was Casino getting that hit. Who, I mean,
got to be his pop. Sounds to be his pop to his G maneuver. We're gonna see how the time plays out now as we do try and go in hitting.
well, this might be what they need. That's going to be a huge number of picks. They're going to have to do one more hit as the Mega Charge is being disarmed. No, being shut down just in time. And who else but Gasman to turn it all around? Gasman and Arrow, barely a chance here. And yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to be in space, but
oh no,
the G maneuver from the Zeta.
Hold it.
They still have it. That was
or rather,
almost
they
amazing.
Started, but it'll get disrupted, right? And like, that's gonna hurt them. So what? And with the M's not great for him to just stand in there, you know, and that's not good. You see Profi going down. Meantime, we have 3 other G movers on standby waiting for it. FTBC pushing forward, trying to take a fight here. 1 down aside, 2.
Gonna have to try to get the bomb down, but at this point, what are you gonna do? There's no chance.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Gundam Evolution Summer Clash, brought to you by Breakout Esports. My name is Lacrum. I'm brought to you today with Wonder Chef. Wonder Chef, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. This has been such a good tournament so far, and we're down to our final 3 teams. The lifeline for 2 of them in losers finals. I'm so excited. Have you been? Have you had a chance to watch much of today?
I have actually. I've been following along extremely close. Edge of my seat for almost every single match, and wow, it has been an insane journey to get here to this now lower final match. It's gonna be Asticassia versus Tokyo Monkeys, and I gotta say, a lot of people were predicting these two meeting up near the finals. Let's hope this lower final is the boon for one of them. The other, not so much. It's gonna be sent home packing.
Yeah, this is, I think, going to be one of the closest matches that we've seen so far. Like I mentioned, they were in the same group in the group stages, but they haven't had a chance to play since then, and it has been a much longer path altogether for Tokyo Monkeys. The fact that they got knocked, I don't want to say early, but early-ish into the lower bracket means that they have had to fight a whole lot of matches, right? They just went through Bridges of Oz, they went through Camille, which they lost to, then they got knocked back down to fight Twisted Sin, then Fusion, and then now back up to Asticassia. So Tokyo Monkeys, they've played a lot more matches. They've got a lot of momentum coming from wins. They're in losers, of course, but a lot of wins in a row. And Asticassia on the other side just came off of a loss in the winners finals, so they're going to have to make a quick adaptation to how different Tokyo Monkeys plays.
Yeah, it's going to be a different style for them to face, but I feel like they've kind of seen Tokyo Monkeys a lot more, and they're kind of ready for the brute force kind of in your face style that Tokyo Monkeys brings, especially with that gun tank. I mean, Lee is just going crazy. Lee is going ham with that gun tank, and it's amazing to see. Just what was he, 1,000 shy of 75K on that UCC match? That's wild.
Yeah, I think there was a match too. I think it was the same exact match where it was almost 100. The overtime match, almost 100 kills, which I don't know if I've ever seen. So yeah, definitely a big MVP for today. Also, that was a player who flexed over to the Zakutu melee yesterday up against Camille, which is like super cool. Like, what do you even play? I don't even understand what your role is. But let's take a look at the picks and bans. Ministry of Defense is the first pick from Asticassia.
Yo, I'm so excited to see a Ministry of Defense. We do know that Tokyo Monkeys has such a strong butterfly. That turn A is the ult on it is crazy. It wiped Fusion off the map and out of the tournament, actually. And so, like, just knowing that, what do you think Asticassia is gonna have in store for them in return?
Ooh, I don't know. This is so weird. I feel like Tokyo Monkeys just has such weird, interesting strategies, especially, I mean, just looking at all the maps, right? Ministry of Defense, Missile Base, I feel like both of those are ones that we might see some really weird stuff coming from Tokyo Monkeys. Just weird picks in general. Calling Training Post, we've seen a lot of. That'll be the decider if we get there, but honestly, even after how much I've seen Tokyo Monkeys play, I don't know what's gonna happen on these first 2 maps.
Yeah, it's kind of anyone's game here. I feel like Asticassia has been kind of saving this in their back pocket because we have not seen this map being picked by them at all during the tournament. And honestly, this is the time where if you've got something hidden, if you've got a strategy that you've been working on and perfecting as a team, you got to lay it out on the line. I mean, this is what one of the, if not the last tournaments that Gundam Evolution is going to have. You gotta throw it all out. You just got to put it out there.
Yeah, well, at least we're hoping there's going to be at least one more for Breakout Esports. We can hope, but definitely the last one that's currently listed. Of course, not counting Crosshair, which of course has been an amazing league, and it's going to be continuing on. I've been seeing you on there a lot, so everybody go check that out 100%. But yeah, this is the spot that you really want to win, because also not only is it your like life on the line for one of the final tournaments, the last planned tournament so far for this game, but also this is a region versus region thing, right? Like you want to be the one. Well, already, like, you know, the West team has defeated the Asia team here, but that was in groups. So when it comes down to it, when everything's on the line, you want to be the one who wins for your region, right? This can be the final win altogether to eliminate Asia out of it. Not that I'm rooting against Asia, but you just know that that's how you feel. And then, of course, on the other side, Tokyo Monkeys, they've got a long path. They're trying to represent their region very, very well. And that's what they're going to be trying to do. Is we're starting off here on Ministry of Defense.
Yes, absolutely. And Tokyo Monkeys, gotta hand it to them. They have done their country proud. They have done their region proud, and they're looking to continue doing that here. As we got the teams boiling down to, we're looking like a Methis for Yunoki, Yachty on the Saws. We've got the Butterfly of Z out there, really, really strong on this map, really, really strong in a last couple maps we saw them on. Of course, Lee on that gun tank, Headhunter on the Dynamis, no surprise there, and Rainbow Monkey pulling out the Zeta.
Yeah, they were sitting on the gym sniper for a second, and I was kind of scared. I was like, are they really going double sniper here? But basically, this is, it's been their normal comp, but I do love the fact that we are seeing the turn A. That has been, I mean, that was truly a game winner on Harbor earlier today. On the other side, we can see a pretty classic comp here. Chaotic going to go back to the Barb, has been switching between that and the Susanoo a little bit, but Red Protocol also not going to be on the Zeta, switching back to the Ashmar. Wiki on the Zeta that's been doing really well, so here we go. We're starting things off. Team Asticassia on the offense.
Yeah, Team Asticassia coming out the gates strong, coming out fast, and it looks like they're going to be sending their Saws and their Barb left, trying to get some early damage there, trying to meet the other Saws of Yachty, and damage going out for both sides, but it looks like a lot of damage going on to the Team Asticassia as they're just being hammered backwards by the defense of Tokyo Monkeys.
They are. Tokyo Monkeys found a really good angle to hold them, pushing through that side angle. It looks like the waypoint is not even really being contested from the side of Asticassia. They just wanted to push onto site immediately, maybe get a little bit of a blitz, but not going to quite work. Chaotic getting taken down, actually technically by the Methis turret. Another amazing pick that we've been seeing all day. They are going to get a counter pick, but a mono going down means that they may, especially now, Expanded Wiki as well. They're going to have to reset here. They did manage to get the waypoint in all of that chaos, so that's going to be a pretty big boon to them at least.
Yeah, huge boon for them as they are going to be getting those forward spawns right back into the action. We did see Lee go down a little late there, so he's going to be trailing behind on the G maneuver percentages. Wiki, though, getting absolutely lasered down by Headhunter here as Exponent tries to take a little 1v2 sneaky boo peek over here on the left side. And, Red Protocol going to be picking up Headhunter for his troubles.
This is actually huge, and they're actually going to get 2 more picks as well. This is for sure going to be a Mega Charge going down. They actually stopped the plan on B because they wanted to get the one on A. The A is, of course, so easy to defend. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but it's much harder to get the disarm on, but they still didn't get a chance to do that. B is going to be where it's at, a lot more close, and that is going to be a nice little advantage, the fact that they do have the Zaku 2 ranged and the melee difference over from Tokyo Monkeys.
Yeah, we do see also on the side of Asticassia with Exponent up on the Saz G. And Headhunter actually going to be popping out the G maneuver. Huge killing spree right now as Wiki and Exponent go down to the laser beam. And oh wow, look at that. We got another 2B picked up, and just the repairs going out for Asticassia.
Yeah, but that's not going to be back up in time. It is going to be so difficult to challenge Headhunter. They need to continue to blitz down this exact same spot. Their initial push happened because they were able to chase Headhunter into this little corner, and they were able to take him out. And I feel like they need to do that again and again and again. They almost have to just set somebody on them, you know, like a guard in sport. But there we go. 2 picks. That's going to be a really good start. Still, though, Headhunter just wreaking havoc on everybody on the team.
Yeah, it does look like that Omano wants to try and push him back here. Yunoki getting real low there. And we do see Yachty falling, actually. So now it's going to be up to Tokyo Monkey to try and find a way back into this. We do see the Butterfly. It's out, though. We get 2 picks. We get 3. Oh, baby, the Butterfly's flying free.
Yeah, that's more than good enough. That looks like that should be the disarm. Wait, hold on a minute. It looks like somebody may actually still be there on defense. The disarm did not quite get off, but they maybe have taken care of that just in time. That's going to be about 50% progress, but there's only 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Huge. That turn A, like you mentioned, has been working so well every single time that it has come out and getting the pick as well. This is going to be finally Headhunter going down, but not in a position where I think we can really see it taken advantage of from Asticassia. Exponent at 5 HP. Yeah, finally going down as well.
Exponent did so much damage there, but just didn't have the support from the team. We do see the Lee Sun. Oh, Core Fighter's getting shot down, unfortunately, by a mono. But this is going to be big for Asticassia, actually, as they're going to have that Barb G maneuver in their back pocket ready to use at any second.
That can be huge here, too. The angles are super, super good for that. In fact, Chaotic's going to get a pick even without it to start things off. And that looks like, Headhunter going down as well from Red Protocol, who may be the one who's kind of been chasing. Hacks trying to get it down on A. This would be huge, and it looks like they're going to get the opportunity to. They need to make this one happen, of course, which is at basically zero time left. But this is going to be a big test of how well can Headhunter try to clear out this space for the disarm from Tokyo Monkeys.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Asticassia is just kind of like balancing themselves around the point. Look, Lee's gonna go in for a fake defuse. Does back up. Really good job of him baiting out that defense right there. And it looks like, we're gonna see a Zeta kill going down. So Wiki down for the side of Asticassia as Headhunter is just gonna be looking for heads.
Oh, and there we go. Time running out. This is officially one disarm to end it for Tokyo Monkeys. But finally, once again, getting chased down. Hacks this time is going to be the one to take out Headhunter. You are pretty vulnerable in that spot, and it looks like a good majority of the team of Asticassia is up, is healthy, is defending. Getting bonked on the head. Bonk. We need that sound effect for sure right there. Chaotic getting another as well, at least just to get away. Maybe not quite the KO, but the time is out, and we are moving to the second point.
Wow, beautiful push in right there for Asticassia at the very last second. And it looks like we might actually be able to, they might be able to catch Z actually on the rotation here. That's going to be pretty big for them as well. Going to be stopping Z from getting that fabled turn A G maneuver quite as fast. And 4 G maneuvers up on the side of Asticassia.
Yeah, that butterfly can arguably be even more disgusting on this point, by the way. Just going above the building, you catch everybody in both floors under you. It's like, okay, that's enough, relax. But yeah, looking at this, 3-4 G maneuvers available on the side of Asticassia. They're going down very quickly. Wow. 2 G maneuvers are popping on the other side, so that's a lot of resources being used. I mean, Tokyo Monkeys had a ton, but wow, that is a basically full team wipe.
Yeah, huge by Lee San. Actually, they're taking down the Amano, the Pale Rider of Amano before he could pop his G maneuver at all. But we still have, like you said, 2 more. Red Protocol with that punch, maybe hoping to punch Z out of the air once he pops that.
I would love to see that. Yeah, we haven't seen that for quite a bit. That was a really good go-to counter. Red Protocol for sure able to do that, but you have to be in the right positioning, especially when you can't quite see them through the building, through the roof. So we'll see if we can get to that spot. That's 3 picks. That's 4 picks. That should be most likely a Mega Charge going down. Now, it actually already went down.
But here he comes, Lee. Gets shot out of the air.
Wow, we have seen so many core fighters shot out of the air. The aim from these teams has been ridiculous, so good, but we have to be careful now. This is about to be butterfly time, I think.
Wow! That's just a 2K by Lee, and then the butterfly is out. And he does get punched. Wow, he got punched out of the air!
He got punched, and yes, and Chaotic used his G maneuver too. They used double G maneuver to counter that. That was so focused. That was so smart on the side of Asticassia. The bomb did get disarmed, but altogether that completely stopped the team wipe, allowed them to reset up. That was genius. That was such a funny hunt down. Huge from their side.
So much value out of that, and as Asticassia are going to go ahead and be back on the plate here with only 19 seconds left to go. 44 on the bomb timer.
Right, I mean, again, as long as they're getting some progress on the second point, that is going to be a big win, but Exponent is going to be popping the, actually, both Sazabi's popping funnels right now, so it's going to be a funnels battle. Hack still has the Heat Hawk Slash, and so that's going to be one big counter. It's really the only available G maneuver coming up in the next few seconds, so it needs to find a huge target that's going to be still the numbers advantage, just barely. On the side of Asticassia, it's evening up now as Chaotic goes down. You don't have a lot of life. You got to get that health pack back. We are so close here, but anybody coming in to try and get this disarm is going to be met with this G maneuver.
Yep, exactly. It's going to be a huge boon there for Asticassia, as the only person close to their G maneuver on Tokyo Monkeys is down right now. 1 second left, nobody in sight. And that's going to be 2 points for Asticassia going into this next defensive round.
Wow, what a nice, that was like an amazing hold on the offense right there. Now, there's no extra remaining time, but we have seen before that it can be very, very difficult to even honestly sometimes get past the very first point on Ministry of Defense. It's such a weird spot, and you really have to fight hard for both of the points. So obviously you're going to be very happy as Asticassia just making it in general. It's also just quite a long map. There's a lot of running around, so you do kind of waste a lot of time just with that. But looking at this damage, I mean, we see a ton from Amano, but honestly a lot from just the team of Asticassia in general.
Yeah, the team of Asticassia absolutely holding it down, and of course Amano, 29k, that's wild. Oh my goodness, and we got 26, 28 frags apiece for Exponent and Red Protocol.
I do have to point out, though, Headhunter had 32,000 on the losing side, leading the game on the losing side. Yeah, Headhunter has to be like targeted every single game. Honestly, though, like once they started targeting Headhunter down, they started winning. And I think Asticassia started realizing that. They were like, well, we just literally have to have Red Protocol just go sit over Headhunter's head and just try to chase him down. And then Hacks can go back it up, too. And honestly, it's smart. It was working. They literally is just such an MVP star player on their side with Headhunter that it's just like, if you deal with them, the whole game changes.
Yeah, you explained it perfectly. Just having that flank go in there and deal with the problem. And then what happened was they took Z out of the equation with the focusing on his ult. Boom. Just like that, they had 2 plants instead of just 1.
Yeah, exactly. Both those exact moments. I mean, that was a huge moment. But here we go. Offense time for Tokyo Monkeys. They are going to be pushing out the gate. It looks like they're putting a lot of focus on the waypoint just to start things off. Pretty different from how Asticassia decided to do it. They decided to kind of get it as a secondary plan when they pushed in really hard first. But I think that this makes a lot of sense because, again, they've got so many good long-range shooters on their team that getting this little bit of like a high ground advantage that you can shoot from the waypoint is going to allow them to move in a lot easier.
Yeah, and as you say that, actually, 2 going down for the side of Tokyo Monkeys, as they're going to have a bit of a split push here. Headhunter just getting called out and targeted down, and Chaotic coming in with that pickup, and Wiki also picking up another.
Yeah, Chaotic is just going to be running amok here. Just going to be able to, actually getting a pickup as well, but just being able to sit on the point, just use that aerial mobility, kind of the vertical mobility, I should say, to just go back and forth, stay out of the range of a lot of shots. Chaotic's going to be a real big issue for them, especially the fact they don't have a melee of their own, and they have 2 shield users technically. I feel like this could be at least maybe a spot where Saraimu has to get the grapple to even get through this.
Absolutely, and actually, look at that Exponent on 73%, leading in the G maneuver percentages here. Chaotic doing a lot of damage there, but not able to clean up all the kills as Lee Song able to kind of snuff him out. Actually, that was Methis.
Ooh, yeah, we have seen quite a bit of damage from Inoki on that Methis, so not actually as surprising as it normally should be, but here we go. Yeah, Lee Song-hyun is just pushing in. It's so hard to take down. That's been one of the biggest advantages, using that extra mobility. I mean, Guntank really is a mobile suit, but we're going to see some counter picks. B is planted, but a lot of the members of Tokyo Monkeys have gone down. Chaotic's moving in to try and clean up, but that usual defensive spot, yeah, they're getting flanked. They're going to have to deal with that, and the protection, the body blocking, is that going to be enough?
Body blocking. Yep, and just like that, disarmed. But we do see a few frags bringing out on the side for Tokyo Monkeys as Rainbow Monkey is going to end up picking up another, and it looks like Exponent actually is going to be picking up one in turn, or is going to be picked up himself as well.
Oh yeah, look at this. Almost everybody now has gone down on the side of Asticassia. Only a few members left. This should be a pretty free plant. Even the fire is going to hit a little bit high above. The Core Fighter's up to just even defend a little bit more. We've seen the Core Fighter work out a decent amount of times. However, it has been shot down a good amount of times as well. We've got a lot of G maneuvers, though, in general, available for Tokyo Monkeys. This might be the one that they take advantage of.
Absolutely, but if you notice, 2 of the G maneuvers of Tokyo Monkeys can be destroyed. And
True.
We're about to see that right now as Lee is going to send the Core Fighter out. Just like that, it's getting close, but it does go down to Amano.
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe needed to fly around the outside, but really great stuff. Oh, that's going to be the axe, and that's going to
Huge!
take down Sarai move. Yeah, that is absolutely gigantic. There's not a lot of time left to get the disarm. We're going to see the Super Napalm try to cover the area, but it's only good for a little bit of time, and it looks like Hax is going to try to make it. Not going to be able to in time, as we're going to see Yachty jump in with that shotgun, getting the shield broken, though, by Chaotic.
Woo!
Getting the counter takedown. I don't know if there's enough members left of Asticassia to get this disarm. They might just start to retreat to the second point.
Yeah, actually, that was going to be a team wipe there for Tokyo Monkeys, as Yachty with the shotty taking down 2 and going to be pushing in here onto this next site.
Yachty with the shot, that's pretty good. Oh no, an Exponent gets caught spawning at the unfortunate forward spawn, and so that means there was a little bit of a stagger there. Headhunter did go down, but regardless, that essentially gave Tokyo Monkeys a free capture on that waypoint, as the full team of Asticassia couldn't be there to defend it. And so now this is going to be 3 minutes and 20 seconds where we're going to have to see a really tight defense from the side of Asticassia. But again, the fact that they have such a close range team with the Zaku 2 ranged and with Chaotic being on that barb, I feel like they're going to have a pretty good time here.
Yeah, absolutely. Chaotic with that barb is gonna just have so much presence, you know, with that G maneuver being up. We do see Z coming up with that butterfly. Hopefully they can get something working here. They got 3 minutes, give or take, to try and get this second plant down. We see a lot of good zoning here from Asticassia.
Yeah, they haven't even really been able to get in the door so far on offense. And look at this, Wiki sneaking around. I'm whispering like they can hear me, trying to get the recap. But wow, just immediately shot out of the sky by, surprise, surprise, a mix of real VCY and Headhunter. Some amazing shots on that team, but they are actually going to try to take advantage of that and push in. The Flame's going to do a considerable amount of damage, but with another pick and even another, this might be the opportunity to at least get one Mega Charge down. Maybe not, though. Exponent defending very well.
Yeah, Exponent's just absolutely cleaning house here. And as I say that, though, does go down to Yachty and Wiki and Hax coming in to clean up that. Wow, Chaotic with a nice slam on Elite, and that's just going to be a beautiful defense, but they planted on B!
Oh, well, that's going to be a tiny little plant. It should be just pretty much an immediate disarm, I think. Yeah, that is exactly what's going to happen. On top of that, we also saw the waypoint retaken, maybe because there was a little bit of a stagger, and now they're going to stagger even more. Headhunter going down a little bit after the waypoint goes down, so this is going to be a little bit of a run back on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, and there's only 1 minute 40 left. They've got to go all the way to tie this up and go to overtime. They cannot just go a partial amount, and wow, a push to the left side. This is pretty unconventional.
Really unconventional, actually, and it was crazy because Hax almost stuffed it right then and there, and it looks like what he did was almost enough to stop them completely. But as I say that, we do see the butterfly out, and it does ring true. 2 going down, looking for more, but wow, what a response from Asticassia as they were able to pick up the Nephthys and the Gundam in turn.
Yeah, this is still looking like a potential good offensive push here, but it's not going to be free. The butterfly only took down a few, and yeah, look at all these counter G maneuvers. They are looking to try and clean things back up. The waypoint still, of course, not taken. The shield to body block from Exponent makes sure that disarm actually goes down, and yeah, without this waypoint still, this is a great hold from Asticassia. If they want to take game 1, they just need to defend for another 48 seconds. The waypoint is taken, so the respawns will be able to come back. I'm not sure how much of a challenge we're going to see here from Asticassia.
Well, yeah, it's going to be so many G maneuvers up on the side of Tokyo Monkeys. If they just need to try and get in there as fast as possible, they're getting stuffed on the waypoint.
Ooh, but wait a minute. The spawns are coming back. It looks like they're going to start taking the waypoint back once again. Hax is going to at least get 1 pick, but 3 down for Asticassia. Oh, and actually they stopped the plant. That's huge. You see Yachty getting slammed by Chaotic. Woo! Wasn't quite able to get the kill, but at least delayed for a good amount of time as a lot of the members of Asticassia are running back in. You can see Exponent, Wiki, Red Protocol all running back in, trying to take down Lee Sang-hyun. This is going to be the plants on A, but they are bleeding as a team.
Oh!
2 going down.
Wiki, wow! He gets him with the 2K right there. And he's gonna go down to the Tail Rider as we do actually see one of those unfortunate deaths coming back up for Tokyo Monkeys. Exponent with a beautiful axe on the Yachty. And look at that, just back and forth chaos here as the repairs and the kills are going out for both sides.
Wow, the repair and then running in to steal their own health pack. That is huge from Hax. And Hax getting picked, but it looks like the disarm's gonna happen, and it is!
Wow!
Wow, just running in. Was that the switch to a Hyperion at the end? Was that a Hyperion shield that I saw? I didn't even see that happen, but that must have been like
changed.
a...
Yeah,
oh, that's so smart. That is so smart, and that worked out perfectly. Genius play. That's game 1 going to Asticassia.
That was such a close matchup right there. Wow. I was honestly shocked. And it was funny because actually what happened was Asticassia took a page out of Tokyo Monkey's book with the switch to Hyperion. Like, I saw it right at the end with that first plant, and I was just kind of shocked, almost as shocked as you, to see that bubble just pop up out of nowhere right after Wiki gets that 2K.
Yeah, it was so fast. I didn't even like see it switch on the like on the screen. Like it just happened immediately. Yeah, super smart. I'm obviously a big Hyperion enjoyer, and I think that like for certain spots like that, getting the disarm, you can use it so well, especially like Hyperion alongside the shield of the Sazabi. You get kind of like the double shield with body block. It can just be so much to burn through. Yeah, and especially like you said, they got 2 picks. They didn't have everybody up on Asticassia's side either, but it doesn't matter because it just matters how much damage can come back in towards the person disarming, and without a full team on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, it just wasn't quite enough. So good stuff. And coming to on the map that was decided, I think, first by Tokyo Monkeys. Actually, no, I need to look back at that. But regardless, a very strange map that we get to see not that often, and I think it was played super well, honestly, from both sides.
Yeah, no, played extremely well from both sides. And I was just blown away by the fact that we had so much utility and so much G maneuver like excellence right there. You know, we saw, of course, like we had predicted, the butterfly paying huge dividends and just lots of value for the side of Tokyo Monkeys. But it looked like Asticassia just had that answer with that barb.
Yeah, they were super ready in like a few different ways, which you love to see it. I mean, there was an era where like we started seeing, especially when Harbor was being played a lot, right? Where we saw all the different teams that were like, okay, we're all gonna have a turn AA player, and we're all gonna, you know, be ready for like the Methis turn A play, and that's exactly what they go for on the side of Tokyo Monkeys. Get away from me, freaking fly. But that's exactly what they go for on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, and it's like, wait a minute, we got to remember exactly how to fight that, and they are just so used to that at this point. Most of the NA teams are, that they just went back for it, and they were like, okay, cool, we're just gonna just G maneuver them out of the air.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's crazy because, you know, you save that G maneuver, and you save that G maneuver, and you save that G maneuver, and then you go for it, and you miss, and it's like, why was I saving that, you know? But we didn't see a miss there, as we did see such great plays out of Asticassia, just making sure to take down that butterfly before it can get too much damage put out.
Yeah, I think altogether, I just got to say it's like really smart play from Asticassia. Like we talked about that being like a very intentional answer. We saw the switch over to like kind of trying to hunt down Headhunter on that first point on offense as a really smart play, and then we saw the switch over to the Hyperion at the very end from as another very smart play. So just smart, very intentional, like cerebral type stuff. And we can look at the damage now, which is pretty high all across the board.
Baby, look at that damage. We got Omano leading the damage for Asticassia at 56k. And look at that, rounding out the kills, Exponent, Red Protocol, 47-44 apiece for this side of Asticassia. And Tokyo Monkeys not too far behind in any aspect on either of those.
Yeah, this was a very close game. I mean, this was very close, just in general, on both sides. So not super surprised that the damage is really close to even. I mean, this is what we want to see, right? We could, again, very easily go to a game 3, or a map 3, I should say, in this set. So I do have to point out, though, that Amano had a huge amount of survivability as well. Like, not exactly leading the kills, but leading damage by a huge amount. And then the KD ratio that we see, 5.57, meaning Amano's positioning is just so freaking good. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. His positioning was good. Just his awareness, he knew every time somebody was going down. And even though he was the one who sometimes would lead that push and go down himself, we just had hacks there to back him up, just to pick him back up.
Yeah, hacks with the four revives. What a good stat. Playing the support Zakutu ranged. But all right, that is just game 1 of this losers finals match. We're going to move on to the next one. We're going to get the players back in the lobby, and we're going to be moving to Missile Base, which is really exciting. But we're going to take a little break while everybody's getting in, so don't go anywhere, because Missile Base and potentially moving on to our top 2 teams right after this break.
We do see also on the side of Asticassia with Exponent up on the side speed, and Headhunter actually going to be popping out the G maneuver. Huge killing spree right now. Back into this. We do see the butterfly. It's out though. We get 2 picks. We get 3. Oh baby, the butterfly's flying free.
Yeah, that's like a good majority of the team of Asticassia is up, is healthy,
Boom!
is defending. Yunoki getting bonked on the head. Bonk. 3-4 G maneuvers available on the side of Asticassia. They're going down very quickly.
Oh, wow!
2 G maneuvers are punter. Red Protocol for sure able to do that, but you have to be in the right positioning, especially when you can't quite see them through the building, through the roof. So we'll see if we can get to that spot. That's 3 picks. That's 4 picks. Ridiculous. So good, but we have to be careful now. This is about to be butterfly time, I think.
Wow! This
It
is
is.
the 2-3, and then the butterfly is out.
Oh,
And he does
he
get
got
actually.
punched.
Wow, he got punched
With
out of the
double.
air!
He got punched and, yes, and Chaotic used his G maneuver too. They used double G maneuver to counter that. That was so focused. That was
Decided Tokyo Monkeys as they're gonna have a bit of a split push here. Headhunter just getting called out.
as we're gonna see Yachty jump in with that shotgun, getting the shield broken though by Chaotic,
Woo!
getting the counter takedown. I don't know if there's enough.
Right then and there, and it looks like what he did was almost enough to stop them completely. But as I say that, we do see the butterfly out, and it does ring true. 2 going down, looking for more, but
It's gonna be the plants on A, but they are bleeding as a team.
Oh!
2 going down. Quick from Hacks, and Hacks getting picked, but it looks like the disarm's gonna. And Missile Base is going to be our second map of Losers Finals between Tokyo Monkeys and Asticassia. And this is going to be Tokyo Monkeys' last chance here, as Asticassia did win game number 1. They're going to be starting on the offense, and this is the map that Tokyo Monkeys has both picked and done very well with in the past. So I want to take off an immediate listen-in to their comms. We may not be able to understand it, but I would love to still see how they're going to be coordinating for this offense.
からまあ
いや俺アシマ
ペイリーいないと2挙目の踏み切りができないんだな。ヒール足んなくて多分。
俺第2もし
じゃあ
ウルトを使ったらデロメス変えるか車線
じゃあ俺がペールで行くか。
ヒールこそ全て。
まあいいけどね。
ペール頑張るわ。
強いから。マヒロでもいいけどね、俺。
攻撃
攻撃。
攻撃マヒロはないだろ、ここは。ありなのか。
ちょっと待ってね。まだ無理、まだ無理。
なんだろうね
あ、ロー。
ミリドンミリドンミリ。
どんな
出たもの
俺が怒ってる。
出たもの出たもの。めっちゃろめっちゃろめっちゃろ。サービーローにしてる。
アスマミリ、アスマミリ、アスマがアスミリ。
アスマが
あった
バルバカット。
ナイスナイスナイス上取ってるナイスナイスナイス
これ全員来てるこっち。あれだれ
ナイス
サービーこうね。左側行ってるよ。あ、戻った。
オッケーオッケーオッケー何分でね
All right, well, you can just tell how coordinated a team this is. They're pushing into one of the hardest choke points in the game, just literally just like face pushing through with gun tank, and then they're just all like, nice. Okay,
right? I mean, they're so
die.
calm. They're so calm, and the chaos that just surrounds their team. It's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, especially for what we just saw, a super dominant first push there. Oh, look at that, showing off a little bit with the spray once again. Lisa Hyun, I think kind of an MVP for everybody. Everybody's been enjoying watching this gun tank for sure, myself included, but that was a big reason. The first person to go in, kind of using the gun tank as an initiator, has been a strategy that they've used a few different times. Now, though, they're going to have to break through a different type of choke point. There's a lot of extra time, though. 4 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock, and they did lose a few, so they've got time. They can be patient.
Yeah, absolutely. They just kind of used Lee Sung as like a battering ram almost. They're just trying to throw him in there and hope something sticks or someone goes down. But there is something actually behind here for the side of Asticassia, as it's going to be the Zeta of Amano, who also is up on their G maneuver. We've got 4 G maneuvers. Yep, that's right. I can count. 4 G maneuvers on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, but they're going to be going down to the brute force of Wiki and Amano.
Yeah, this is an interesting switch we've seen before. We saw it in the last set, the winner's final set, where Hax is going to be switching off the Zaku 2 ranged and onto that Pale Rider, and Amano is going to be on the Zeta instead of Wiki, and then Wiki is going to be on the Dom instead of the Zeta. So a whole lot of weird things that we can switch around here. We've also seen the ability for Red Protocol to go on the Zeta. Just a whole lot of switches. The only one that's staying tried and true is going to be Chaotic and Exponent. Ooh, right now that charge going through. Chaotic's going to be able to at least get 1 pick, 2 picks now. That might be enough to shut down this offensive push as well, including the fact that the Hades was spent. That's big.
That was great focus fire for the side of Asticassia, as they're going to be plowing back through with Hax's Hades right here, and of course the Dom Trooper picking up a kill with the Errant Mine, and that's going to be 2 down for the side of Tokyo Monkey.
Yeah, and they managed to get rid of some very important G maneuver usage. They've got the core fighter, they've got the beam confused. That's going to be big if we can see Rainbow Monkey take good advantage of that. Alongside the punch, as we see Headhunter Mana again on Ashamar, a very strange pick to see them, but that is one of their suits that they've played in this tournament so far. However, during the meantime, while we're talking about this, a lot of G maneuvers are being built up by Asticassia themselves. They've got some really big ones.
Chaotic just lying in wait, just a tiger in the grass as he pops that G maneuver, comes out slicing, and does find nothing. But he's gonna go forward with the rest of his team, and that's spurred on Asticassia to just pick up a great, almost team wipe there.
Yeah, and look at the staggering as well, with one more going down pretty late. It's going to be Rainbow Monkey going down very, very late. I think, honestly, Chaotic would have gotten more kills there, but the team finished off everybody so quickly that they turned around, they were like, wait a minute, where is everybody? But hold on a minute, 2 picks now on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, two from Asticassia going down, and 3 now. Yeah, this is big. They're going to push in. They're definitely going to get some sort of percentage here.
Yeah, mad value there as Yachty just being the driving force behind this push. Going to be holding that front line, just trying to put as much time on this second point as possible. As we're going to see, it looks like Lisan has his G. We've got Headhunter on his G maneuver, who's got a pop. The punch is out, and it rang true. It's 2 go down.
Ooh, they're trading both sides, though. Honestly, we saw the beam confuse, I think, come out from a mono as well. I'm not sure it hit as many targets as they wanted it to. Red Protocol is hunting down. It looks like they were able to push most of Tokyo Monkeys back. They're starting to respawn. If they can get this stagger, that'll be really good, but it's going to be hard to catch with the shield. Yeah, it looks like Red Protocol may have to just back up a little bit, but almost at that punch again, quite honestly. We do see both the Hades back up, so the next fight's probably going to be a Hades battle. In fact, we are going to see Zisaraimu pop it immediately.
Yep, Core Fighter out and finds its mark as it's going to pick up Chaotic here. The G maneuver of Z going out as well, but being met by a very dominant Dom as he's going to pop his G maneuver, trying to snake his way through the hallways into the back line of Tokyo Monkey.
Managed to get all the way back there, and now maybe a little bit too far, but that is going to be a few counter picks while that's happening. It was a good distraction. Chaotic especially is really doing a great job here. Yeah, Red Protocol as well.
Survives.
But pick up, yeah.
Wow, I saw he's at 1 health, and he just somehow managed to just snake his way out, slither out back into the opening arms of Asticassia, and we now see that it's kind of a standstill here for Tokyo Monkeys. 20 seconds left on the clock. You need something to happen right now.
They do have the beam confused. I think we're going to have to look at this kind of as the MVP comeback play. This is going to be their last option. The punch and the Hades are both available. That beam confused going all the way through, but the counter punch, that's going to connect on multiple. And we're going to see 2 members now go down from Tokyo Monkeys. 3. Nobody was able to get on point. Physically pushing them back with the punch was the nail in the coffin. And so still 2 points on the second site for Missile Base. I feel like that's like not a bad showing. They really wanted it to go all the way, but that's not going to be a bad feeling totally for Tokyo Monkeys.
No, absolutely. This is actually still really good for them. 1 point and 57% on the second is more than enough to work with. That is more than enough for them to rally the troops and get that solid defense out. But it's honestly, it's just look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie here.
Yeah, it is true. I mean, we can see there were definitely some very important key factors here. Lee Sang-hyun, really, I think that's going to be... we actually do have an MVP vote, I think, later. So I'll save that comment. But I got to point out Wiki. Wiki did a really, really good job staying up in the numbers with Amano on the side of Asticassia. Especially once they got to that second point, I felt like they were doing a ton of damage. And Chaotic, too, being able to really take advantage of the hallways here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just seemed like the ult economy for... Asticassia was just better, just simply better. And there were a couple key pushes that Tokyo Monkeys just weren't able to quite get their G maneuvers to stick. It looks like a lot of the teams are ready for that core fighter now, and ready for the tricks that come their way.
Yeah, one big thing that we saw was the beam confuses from Rainbow Monkey were not as impactful as sometimes we've seen them, because it's hard to get that angle on that second point. You have a really, I guess I could say it's difficult to not get people caught behind corners on accident. So I think we did see a little bit of that, or it went a little bit too far when it was supposed to kind of go a little bit lower, stuff like that. But let's see, are we going to see any switches here? Hax is going to be back on the Zakutu ranged, and so that's going to be, I think, the biggest switch of the entire map so far. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be one of the bigger of the two, and honestly, it's a switch up that I actually really like. Getting that behind enemy lines presence, that survivability of the DTR is great. As we see Chaotic jumping over the top, just trying to make it so much room. Headhunter and Lisan picking up Hax and Chaotic, though the flank duo are going to be going down here, as Wiki going to be dropping bombs from up top.
Yeah, this is looks like a pretty good shutdown, I think, on this offense. That was a really great coordinated jump in, but the ability for Tokyo Monkeys to focus on one target has been, I think, one of their strongest strengths. Like, even if they come in with like a punch or they come in with like a streaming Nimbus, that member goes down immediately. They are just so good at turning and shooting and just being one unit.
Yeah, they definitely move as one, and they're able to focus fire effectively. Oh, the axe! Yachty barely missing its target as, we do see Expert going down anyway. Chaotic also going down. And wow, look at that. Just 2 down way too quick. It looks like, Asticassia just don't really have their rhythm back.
Yeah, being able to attack here takes a lot of specific strategy, and we've mentioned this before. I think a lot of the teams maybe aren't as experienced from the West playing on this map. Clearly, I know,
as
the
we
classic
see,
chase.
Absolutely, as we see Hax and Headhunter battling it out, duking it out in the back line. Hax just trying to be as annoying as possible. Actually is succeeding quite well, giving his team a chance to push up over that hill.
Yeah, sometimes all you gotta do is be annoying, you know? Like, that's the best thing you can do as a Zakutu range. If you're not dying, then you're wasting time, and look at that. You win the duel by making Headhunter run around for long enough that eventually your team comes and kills him.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so smart, and just the exact perfect way to run a Zakutu range on this map.
Moon said cannons is a 7-9 moment. It's exactly what it is. Except for it was Char. We need the Char skin right there, so you could be like, oh yeah, just literally zipping around. You just can't hit me, but if you hit me once, I die. So that would be pretty canonical. However, I do have to say, we are here now, 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. One big push in could be a lot, and that is a ton of huge picks. Woo! 3 members down now on the side of Tokyo Monkeys. Every G maneuver here is being popped. Hack still has the slash. We'll see if that comes out. Chaotic has the triple slash, so if the team of Tokyo Monkeys is not careful, they are going to get melted. However, they're the ones doing the melting currently. One tick has been guaranteed. The Hades being used as well to shut this down. There's still plenty of time for just 3 more ticks though.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that, Lee San on that fabled gun tank ult, the core fighter who's been shot down so many times. Will he finally ring true here?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, finally, it's got to get something, but Wiki popping this immediate screaming Nimbus, trying to go in, just tackling from the side. Get out of here. Knock him off the platform just for a little bit of rudeness.
That was actually some beautiful footwork there from the Dom Trooper of Wiki. And look at that. He was able to keep him alive long enough to get another pick onto Yachty. Frags go down for both sides, but that's going to be 3 down. Almost 4, almost 5 down for the side of Tokyo Monkeys. 1 health Lee Song!
Oh no!
Oh, doesn't able to get back.
Oh no! All right, there is a contest here, and it looks like this is going to be in control. Tokyo Monkeys bring it back, but oh wait, hold on a minute. They're not quite on point. Oh, they almost let that second tick happen. I don't think they realized that Chaotic was going to be there, but that's going to be a great defense. They're going to force a little bit of a reset. Exponent going to be trying to hold this angle here. There's a little bit of a Sazabi shield versus Sazabi shield fight where neither of them have their axe available, and the time is ticking down, but it is going to stay for a little bit. They're going to get one more big push here at least before this fully loses. Okay, let's see. Is it going to take? Yeah. Oh no! Exponent sniping it out of there with the shotgun. Godlike.
Absolutely. And as we see that, we see another Tokyo Monkey going down as Z goes down to his shotgun as well. And look at that, just a push in here from Asticassia. They really want this. A mono getting dangerously low, but backing up, just trying to survive long enough for his team to push back in here.
Oh, and this is scary, yeah. Red Protocol's gonna get a pick on Yunoki. Oh, the punch is huge right here. Header might go down as well, staying at 127 life. He's gonna be able to get back, it looks like, to heal. That is a huge turnaround from Yodi, being able to stop Red Protocol. That punch was used as well. That's gonna be a big resource. Saraimu is using the Hades. Hax has it as well, but it's gonna be available after this one ends. It looks like this Hades might not get super amount of value. Yeah, it looks like it wasn't even able to get a pick. So now it's time. 1 minute left. All the G maneuvers available. We're about to be 2 more up on the side of ASD. I'm not going to say their full name again. And this is going to be their push.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see Yachty, though, getting close, too. They're going to... Tokyo Monkey is going to have an absolutely stellar defense here, as this is maybe the last 45 seconds of their tournament career.
It is. This is very scary for them. All right, we've got the Screaming Nimbus. Oh no, Amano going down. Once Amano gets back, that means that we might not get until partway through that fight the Amano G maneuver. But we've got the funnels, we've got the slash, we've got the Screaming Nimbus being used. We've got all of them.
Here they go.
Their whole team is glowing on the map. How many picks can they get? Yunoki's going down. They get a pick
That's
up.
3.
Oh no, Kanata going down. Amano going down as well.
That's
actually
4.
their
That's 5.
first
That's a team
wipe. No way. That's gonna shut them down even with all those G maneuvers available. The new G maneuver being such an important defense. Unbelievable. They can't make it back in time. This looks like this might be it.
Yep, 1-0, and we're going to a third map.
Wow, that was looking so hard to stop, but what a set. I cannot believe that. Literally, we saw at the end there, it was a 5-person all at the same time, all glowing, aka you've used your G maneuver on the UI, and then it was like, okay, well, I expect to see suddenly just the entire other side dying, but the kill feed was all the other direction. I don't know if they suffered they got like one person taken down, and I think they even maybe got picked back up. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. And as we saw, Lee Song, the much sung hero of that MVP, bringing out in his favor. And wow, just an impressive showing from Tokyo Monkeys to take this to a third game.
Yeah, this was, honestly, it was really looking, I thought that we were maybe going to end here, but that was one of the best, I think, defensive holds we've ever seen. Honestly, I feel like I want to see, everybody's perspective in that fight. We could, do a whole stream of just watching, the last 10 seconds of that game and just seeing what everybody was doing at every single moment, because that was... Sheesh. So, yeah, we are going to be moving, though, to a game 3. So that's really exciting. And Asticassia did have the first pick, so that means that they got the third pick as well, I believe, for what the map's going to be. So, oh my gosh, I'm happy here. You know, we've seen, I think the big NA teams have kind of shut out the Tokyo Monkeys so far, but not going to be that way this time.
Yeah, no, it's going to be really interesting to see how this next map plays out for both teams. It's gonna be, I believe, which map? Where are we going?
It is going to be, I think I forgot. Is it going to be Colony Trading Post?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I actually got that right. I can't believe that. So we've seen both these teams, I think, do well on this map so far. I'm excited. This is going to be a much different pace. I mean, we had 2 of the weirdest maps in the entire game for sure, or at least the competitive games currently picked as our first 2 picks. And this one's going to be, I think, a lot more standard. And we're just going to be kind of going at it, going for their solid strategies. I'm very excited.
Yeah, this is going to be definitely the solid bread and butter, so to speak, of the NA strategy here. Colony Trading Post we've seen so many times, and it has been such a clutch map for a lot of these teams. And hopefully Tokyo Monkeys has some sort of answer for it. But knowing Asticassia, they've been doing their homework. And just like that, we saw that in that Ministry of Defense map, they knew what they were doing. They had zero fear going into that, and they knew exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, and even honestly in that second map as well in Missile Base, it was the same thing, I think, altogether. They knew exactly what they wanted. They played to their pushes. It was just the execution, and it's not to say that they had bad execution, it's just the execution on the side of Tokyo Monkeys was really good to be able to hold with less resources. So I think it just came down to, of course, all the plays. We can see the damage here now for that game. Woo-wee! Oh my gosh, we have seen 2 people above 40k.
Yeah, that's insane. We see Z for the side of Tokyo Monkeys, 43,000. And then, of course, counter to that, Amano on the team of Asticassia with a 44k as well. Wow, that's just insane. The Zeta proving to be quite strong in this last matchup. But let's look at the KDs too, because Headhunter is sitting with a nice and pretty 28, but a 4.67.
Yeah, but a 5.29 from everybody's favorite Lee Sang-kyun, which is definitely very impressive on the side of a gun tank, who was also, oh my gosh, yeah, did you guys screw out the repairs?
Wait a minute.
Did you?
Check out them repairs, though. Holy.
That is incredible. This is for sure an MVP play of the tournament, is Lee Sang-hyun's gun tank in general. Definitely for all the gun tank Woo fans out there, we are getting more than enough representation. That is 6. 7? I mean, okay, listen, I understand like 4, but 7, that has to be a big reason why they were able to hold for so long, especially on that defense. Beautiful stuff. Also being one of the big reasons why they were able to push through. I feel like, I don't know, maybe we just need to look at gun tank more, or maybe just Lee Sang-hyun is just like too good in general, and it's just a player diff, but regardless, I am extremely impressed.
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm going to say it. Holy Sang-hyun. Oh my goodness. I bow down to you, sir. What a gun tank, what a Woo, what a performance.
Agreed. So, like I mentioned, we are going to be going now to our third map, but as we get them set up, one more short break. I know I certainly need a little bit one after that last map. I'm going to go look at the clip. I see some of the people clipped the final hold, and I need to see what happened myself, but we might see it in the replays as well. So don't go anywhere. You're going to want to watch those replays, and then you're going to want to watch the final chance here for both Asticassia and Tokyo Monkeys.
Oh, absolutely. Amano, who also is up on their team maneuver. We got 5 team maneuver.
2 picks now. That might be enough to shut down this offensive push as well, including the...
And does find nothing. But he's going to go forward with the rest of his team, and that's survives.
Pick up, yeah.
Wow, I saw he's at one.
Went all the way through, but the counter punch, that's going to connect on multiple, and we're going to see 2 members now go down from Tokyo. You have to say, we are here now, 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. One big push in could be a lot, and that has the triple slash. So if the team of Tokyo Monkeys is not careful, they are going to get melted. However, they're the ones doing the melting currently. 1 tick has been guaranteed. The Hades being used as well to shut this down.
Yachty, frags go down for both sides, but that's going to be 3 down. Almost 4 Elvis
before this fully loses. Okay, let's see. Is it gonna take yet? Oh no! X-Minute sniping it out. He's going down. They get a pick
That's
up.
3.
Oh no! Kanata going down. Amano going down as well.
That's 4. What's up, everybody? My name is LaCrumb, and welcome back to God of Evolution Summer Clash. I'm going to be calling the action here with my buddy, Wonder Chef, as we get into this third match here in the side of Asticassia versus Tokyo Monkeys.
That's right, the last lifeline for both of these teams. Both of them now tied in this set, in the 2 out of 3 set. This is going to be their last chance in the tournament, of course, being in the losers finals, lower bracket finals. So they've got to play with everything on the line. We've got Camille waiting up in the winners bracket, and we're on Colony Trading Post. We went for some weird maps to this. Let's talk about the comps. Looks like Red Protocol is going to be back on the Zeta, and then Chaotic is switching over to the Susanoo.
Yeah, and we're also going to see Rainbow Monkey on the Zeta. So have we seen Rainbow on the Zeta so far?
Yeah, definitely has been one of the options. There's a lot of shifting around that's been on Tokyo Monkeys, so they're a very confusing team for sure, but this has been definitely one of their picks, and it's going to be a lot, I think, about Flyers versus Flyers here as well. So interesting seeing no Ashmores on either side, but Zeta is looking like a good pick today.
Yeah, absolutely. Ashmar just kind of fallen by the wayside for both teams, but that doesn't mean that the air superiority is not in either favor. We're going to have to see who really takes control of the skies here, as we do see a little bit of pushback from Tokyo Monkey. Asticassia is so low on health, with Red Protocol going down real quick.
Yeah, I cannot go to those skies when you've got so many members just sitting on that A point, just waiting to shoot you down. Galaxy going down as well, Wiki as well. Exponent as a final nail in the coffin for this first push. The waypoint was picked up though, so at least that's a pretty big win. And now they're gonna have to figure out where the attacks are coming from. You can see how much damage is just coming from over the buildings, right? This is just like everybody's just shooting up.
Yeah, absolutely. And Headhunter just being the scourge of the skies here, really just kind of locking that down, making it a no-fly zone, as we're going to see Red Protocol trying to peek over with the Zeta and just getting absolutely punished for it. And look at that, Chaotic just switched over to the Susanoo.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited to see this. We've been seeing some really good pop-ups with Susanoo players, and actually there we go, 2 picks now. 2 members of Tokyo Monkeys going down. Where is this going to lead them to positioning? It looks like, oh wow, again, Red Protocol getting shot out though. Here we go, Transam. Let's see how much damage we can get here. There being a Sazabi there to block a lot of these shots is going to be a little bit unfortunate, but even against the shield, it's going to do a lot of damage on this counter push.
Yeah, absolutely, and we do see the Transam kind of popping down below, with Headhunter looking for any sort of picks that he can get. Amano getting dangerously low, but he is going to be coming up on that G maneuver really quick.
The Hades being popped by Zisaramuke. That's gonna be, oh no, answered very quickly. Whoa, what was that? That was
that 2K.
Yeah, took down Wiki, but took down themselves as well. That may be all that they needed. The disarm, no, being stopped once again. They are so close to that going
left.
off, but nobody can stop it. Wow, 2 seconds left on the disarm.
Wow, that is absolutely heartbreaking if you are an Asticassia fan, as you wanted to see that just go off. But if you're a Tokyo Monkeys fan, you're breathing a sigh of relief right now.
Oh yeah, that was as close as it gets. But we do have to look at the G maneuvers now. We've got the Hades still available from Amano now, who's back on the Pale Rider. That can be disgusting. Red Protocol using the Beam Confuse. I'm not sure exactly how many it hit, but we can see a few members of both teams going down within that exchange. And so we're just trying to find this perfect moment. Yodi's going to use the funnel to try and stop whatever's happening here. They're going to have to at least clear this out a little bit, but there's so many different angles. Woo! They weren't ready for the damage from above. Amano shooting through the grates with the Hades. What a good strategy. However, just barely able to take out the gun tank as well. That can actually be a little bit difficult with the charge, but that looks like that's going to be a forward position from them. The confidence is there that they're going to get this explosion off. They got to make sure they're not flanked though.
Yeah, absolutely. The raid boss of Lee Sung going down, which is going to be huge for them. And it looks like they are going to have 2 G maneuvers now going into this second point. 12 seconds left, and Tokyo Monkeys is Tokyo out of there.
Yeah, look at that. Wow, this is really preemptive. I would actually be kind of scared at this point that somebody was going to sneak by, but the fact that it worked out so good for Asticassia, they are so far forward as this objective is not even open yet. They're going to be able to pop everything and try to push through, get this waypoint. Once you get this waypoint, you're in a great spot. That's going to be 2 picks now. Looking like they're going for 3. Headhunter trying to escape, but you can only escape for so long. Oh! Amazing movement getting past Chaotic's Susanoo. Whoa. Still, though, the waypoint taken, that is the biggest hurdle maybe on this entire map, as long as Asticassia can hold on to it.
And just like that, we actually see Headhunter surviving right there, getting his G maneuver. And it looks like there might have been even a bit of a fake plant there by Wiki to get them to roll back over to that left side choke area. Oh, and Hax is just being a menace on the Z2R.
Oh yeah, this is such a good Zaku 2 range. Oh, the mine again!
No
That's
way!
the second time today that a mine has destroyed the core fighter. Unbelievable. There is such a high success rate of destroying the core fighter, especially from Asticassia. I am blown away, and I mean, so is the core fighter.
And so is that core fighter. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's crazy because now we see lots of damage going out for Tokyo Monkeys. Headhunter's still holding on to that G maneuver, waiting for them to choose a plant before he pops that beautiful beam rifle.
Yeah, and has to back up a little bit too. Knows that Hax is kind of in the area, and ooh, nice, a good backup there from Rainbow Monkey to make sure that that was not a full flank. So Hax going down. There is going to be a plant on A. A little bit less common to see a plant on A, but yeah, wow, look at this Hades from Amano, just doing so much damage to the entire team. Not able to follow it all up, but might be able to get picked up relatively soon. Oh no, Sraimu says no to that. The pickups might come actually the other direction as the disarm happens. The waypoint's retaken, and we're kind of resetting back to neutral.
Yeah, and Amano being a menace there as he was able to pick up lots of kills, lots of damage and pushback, but not able to have his team secure a plant there. 5 G maneuvers up on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, with only 3 and Exponents getting popped out for the side of Asticassia.
Wow, everything's getting popped though. Everybody's using it. Z-Sraimu has a Hades, didn't use it. The beam confuse is going out. Didn't really connect on too many targets actually. We're gonna see Rainbow Monkey going down, and it looks like B's gonna be the option this time. No, they weren't quite able to get that off. Yoda's gonna come down with the axe as well. Completely shut down. The turret actually takes out Wiki as well from Yunoki. Great stuff, and even Chaotic just barely getting shot in the face. Yodi's saying no, get off my bomb site.
Yachty absolutely shutting them down there with the axe shoddy combo. And look at that, he's just pressing across. And now Exponent goes down, Amano goes down, and then we see another G maneuver popped out.
Oh, this is one of the worst positions you can be in as Asticassia. They have to retake the waypoint. They've got to get past the choke point even once again, and not even most of their team is up, so that's going to allow the repositioning so well. Chaotic and Hax looking at each other like, well, we got to go in. And not only do they have to retake this waypoint, they've got to get basically a team wipe, push in, get the plant, and then defend it permanently from there. So let's see what they can do. They have the Hades on the other side. The Screaming Nemesis is being popped, and actually a counter core fighter. Let's see if it works this time.
Woo, baby, we going flying as he's gonna go in and pick up the Zeta. The Dyname's falling in place, though. Exponent doing huge work here.
Oh, that's huge. That's gigantic. 10 seconds left. Looks like Exponent is going to get this down. They got the waypoint. They got exactly what they needed. There's time here. This is their last chance, though, as the waypoint is actually retaken from the side of Tokyo Monkeys.
Oh, that's actually going to be barbaric because there's no way that they can survive this. They're just going to be going for the defuse, and just like that, it's going to be 1 point for the side of Asticassia going into this next round.
All right, this is a tough spot. Asticassia is going to have to defend really well. They're at 25.9% towards the end of the second objective. So they are going to essentially have to hold out on that first objective for as long as they possibly can. Like, they're going to have to maximum defense here, and that is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, not easy at all as we looking at the numbers here, and wow, this is just insane. Almost every single person on the side of Tokyo Monkeys above the 15k damage mark here.
Yeah, they are within 9k of each other across the board, which is really impressive. Even like the Methus even, who got a decent amount of kills, may I note. That is just an impressive thing to see. Everybody is doing their part there. But now they're just going to have to get through that on offense. They've been so good, though. I feel like Tokyo Monkeys has been especially good on the offensive side, where they just need to push through. They have no fear, and they follow up in particular, of course, Lee Song-hyun, again, so well, being able to kind of be that spearhead for the push. Then Yodi following up behind, or Yachty with the Yachty Shoddy. So we'll see how long Asticassia can hold. This is the true test.
Yeah, and you know what? The roles are reversed here in this final decider map. And is Asticassia going to have the defense that Tokyo Monkeys had on them? That is the question we are all asking ourselves. But wait no longer. 7 seconds, and we'll really know the answer to that one as we are getting ready for this last round, potentially for either of these teams and their tournament hopes.
Yeah, this is what it all comes down to for them. Chaotic is going to have a little bit of a better time, I think, defending rather than attacking here. Looks like a big push is going to be starting off towards the waypoint. Not super surprising. Wow, actually 2 picks already. Asticassia doing a great job here of making sure they're not actually even going to get through 3. Wow, yeah, look at that. Almost a full team wipe. Rainbow the only one. And yeah, there it is. Full team wipe, kill. Even making it in the timing-wise. That is a statement to start things off.
Absolutely. Now they're going to be getting back into this. They have such a forward presence. That defense was stalwart.
I mean, I didn't expect that to happen so early, right? That is not usually how you see the pushes happen here, but we're going to see a second attempt to take this waypoint. We'll see if they can at least try to take it a little bit more safely this time. There's still a huge force of the side of Asticassia defending it. They are flexing back. You do usually just try to give this up, but Chaotic going down, that's going to be rough. Luckily, they do manage to trade for Suramuke, and a few more.
Oh,
this is going to be a retake. Oh my goodness. What is this defense?
The pincer maneuver right there to take back the waypoint, but as all of that chaos is unfolding, we see the plants here.
All right, immediately it gets taken back down, but that might have given enough time and space for at least Tokyo Monkeys to maybe be able to push a little bit more uncontested or a little bit less contested onto this waypoint. Right now, it's not looking that case. Going down as well. Finally gets picked back up with the quick revive from the gun tank, of course, but Rainbow Monkey going down as well. Finally, Exponent going down, one of the first people to actually go down on the side of Asticassia, but can they continue this? Look at this aggression. They're pushing all the way into their tunnel. That's going to be 2 more.
Wow, and again, the pincer move just ringing true. That Zeta doing so much work. Huge value, actually, for Asticassia. As Tokyo Monkey's going to say, all right, you know what? Enough tunnel play. We're taking it to the streets.
I don't know if I've ever seen a defense like this on this map. Even when it's been dominant, I don't even know if I've seen people just kind of play this strategy, but it's working so well. And look at the G maneuvers. 4 on the side of Asticassia, 0 currently on the side of Tokyo Monkeys as 2 more members of Tokyo Monkeys go down. Chaotic finding Headhunter in the back. This is looking so good. 5 now G maneuvers to 0, and Chaotic just almost gonna make it 6. They've got so many resources. As long as they can manage them well, stagger their usage of it, this is going to be a difficult 2 minutes for Team Tokyo Monkeys.
Yeah, absolutely, and this was the story that was told on the first map where the ult economy for Asticassia just proved to be better and just proved to win them the game. As we see a little split push here coming in from Tokyo Monkeys. So many people going down, so many people hurt. Headhunter really low, 1 health, and Yachty going to be extremely low as well, just barely getting their G maneuver. Exponent though going to be getting caught in the backfire of that, and then as well as Red Protocol. So this is where Tokyo Monkeys really wants to bring it home.
The Hades being used, it's getting a decent amount of damage, but the flex back from the side of Asticassia is great. And look at this, 3 G maneuvers used on the other side. The bomb does go down at B, but we'll see if we can get a cleanup. Hax gets 1 pick, but Amano goes down in exchange. Actually, right after using the Hades, not getting very much mileage out of it at all. Exponent is chasing down everybody. Hax gets 1 more pick even on the real VCY. They're gonna try to go for this, but Lee Song-hyun, the MVP, finally going down, trying to wait a little bit longer. And will this disarm go off? There's a few members up top. They have to deal with them. You can shoot through the grate so well. The disarm, will it go off? It will.
Here we go.
And there's only 45 seconds left.
No, Headhunter had his G maneuver. He just didn't pop it.
Oh no, and now look at this, 3 members going down on the side of Tokyo Monkeys. Red Protocol is the only one going down on the side of Asticassia. They have to hold for 30 more seconds, and this will be the set win. There's no waypoint taken from Tokyo Monkeys. They have to run all the way back. Rainbow Monkeys picked back up after getting taken down. The quick pickup becoming useful once again. Bombs are going down, some mines, just to make sure they're covering every angle. They're trying to get some damage above the buildings, but they've got only 14 seconds left to even start this.
Yeah, this might be the biggest super napalm that gets destroyed by Amano. No napalm for you. A big axe from Yachty as this team is going to go streaming across the point. Red Protocol going down to the random Marasai. And look at that. It's the plant going down onto A. Susanoo going down to the absolute madman of Z's.
Yeah, they're doing such a good job. They actually managed to get this plant. That is gigantic. It seemed like too many people maybe were down on the bottom, but there's not that many members, I think, here to actually defend from Tokyo Monkeys. They have the waypoint, so they can respawn. That's going to be huge, but we need one final push. Hax is the only one with the G maneuver. They can actually make this happen. It looks like the waypoint was neutralized. It was retaken. So one big final push here from Asticassia. They only have 25 seconds left. 2 members down. They've got to wait for them to come back, but they can get this.
Yeah, they can get this. They're pushing back in. They almost have their G maneuvers. But look at that. Rainbow Monkey and Lee Song. The beam confuse is going to be there. And there it is. It brings out.
Wow, 3. That's a triple. That's going to be 4 just to confirm. Wiki's still there. The core fighter, though, taking another 2. And that should confirm it. That's going to be the first point taken. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Everybody on Asticassia going down to 2 G maneuvers. Gigantic. And now there's a huge chance for Tokyo Monkeys. They just need to get a little bit over 25% on this point. But the choke point is going to be populated already by the side of Asticassia.
Yeah, Red Protocol finally gets that beam confused, and Amano gets that 80s. 2 minutes left, and it's just gonna be an absolute dogfight. Wiki also on the G maneuver, and look at that, Tokyo Monkeys is just going down.
Oh, they got completely pushed back. They're hunting for a little bit more. Wiki trying not to go down in the meantime. Red Protocol as well, extremely low. In fact, most of the members of Asticassia really, really low. They did manage to get that hold, though, and as long as they can hold them here, this will be the big difference. They need to keep them from getting that waypoint. That's when things can get chaotic. Oh, and yeah, we're going to be popping the Methus G maneuver. We're going to be popping everything basically in the meantime, and that's going to be at least the first pick of Yachty going down. 4 members immediately going down. 5, and that's a full team.
There we go, baby.
Oh my
wow,
gosh.
The team kill for Asticassia. And just as we said, a minute left. The ults have been used on both sides. We do see the extremely valuable Marasite ult, though, up on the side of Tokyo Monkeys. We'll see if he's going to be used to get anything here as they're running out of time.
They are. This is really, really close. There's exactly 1 minute on the clock. X-Minute has G maneuver. Z-Sram OK has G maneuver. The Sea Snake G maneuver, that's going to be an important one. Hax has the Axe as well. That can be huge in these tight hallways. So we'll see if that comes into play. Definitely will. Hax actually on fire right now. They might actually be using it pretty soon. Nope, just trying to get out of there, trying to stay alive. The push-in is getting pretty close. And now they've got to stop this. No bomb is going down. Yep, the waypoint's huge. They've got 30 seconds though to find their spot to plant.
Yeah, the waypoint was grabbed. Exponent is going to be using their G maneuver here very soon. I'm sure. There it is, popped out. And we see a bit of a split push. They're kind of pushing A, they're kind of pushing B. And that's actually proving to be fatal for them as so much damage going out on the side of Asticassia.
Oh no, that's going to be 2 members down for Tokyo Monkeys. They're going to get 1 in exchange Red Protocol, but 3 going down. Lee Song Hyun not going to be able to those quick revives. There's only 5 seconds left. Can anybody find the moment?
2, 1. Asticassia is the winner, baby.
What a match! Unbelievable. That has to be one of the best matches of Gundam Evolution I have seen in my entire life. That was as close as it gets in every aspect. What a goated set of teams. Amazing. But Asticassia coming out on top just by an inch, just barely. Huge shout outs to both these teams. My goodness.
Just a crumb. That's all they needed was just a crumb. And they made that work for them. They made that last. And oh my gosh, I was on the edge of my seat. I literally was on the edge of my seat. Face buried into my monitor as we saw both of these absolute titans clash here on the Summer Clash. We could not have asked for a better set there.
I agree. That was so perfect. We got to the final game. Every game was close. I think that's probably just going to go down in general as one of the best Gundam Evolution sets of all time. Huge congratulations to both these teams. Again, Tokyo Monkeys really representing Asia super, super well. I think Lee Song Hyun is gotta be the kind of the crowd favorite at this point on that gun tank, putting in amazing work throughout, all the way to the final clutch moments. But they unfortunately are going to go out at 3rd, and our top 2 seeds, or I should say our top seed from both the groups, will be our teams in the grand finals. Oh my gosh, I am wiped out after that. I need a breath. I need a moment.
Yeah, right? I'm just so blown up over that. I'm just like, whoa. There was so much action. There was so much just absolutely spectacular gameplay. And like you said, hats off to Tokyo Monkeys representing their region extremely well, representing Gundam extremely well, and showing us exactly what they had in store. I just want to say thank you. Thank you to both teams and everybody so far this tournament who's shown us exactly what they had. Oh my gosh. It is just such an amazing thing. Just such an amazing thing to see.
I agree. I mean, especially, of course, the bummer thing of, we know the servers are shutting down, but the fact to see these performances, even after that, is like, that is why this game is special and this community is special. But what else is special is the damage, because it was ridiculous across the board. As you'd expect from a match of this caliber, pretty even as far as both teams go, but there are some standouts for sure. I mean, a mono with a 6.4 KD and top kills, that's so good.
That's wild. And I mean, if you look at Exponent's numbers here, 35 with 37K, I mean, it didn't top damage, it didn't top kill, but he got MVP for a reason. He was an insanely crucial and important part of his team's victory here today on Colony Trading Post. Just goes to show that the big man saw us, he wasn't going nowhere.
Okay,
he was here to stay.
It's true. But can we talk about this Hacks now? Now this is the second time we've seen Hacks with a 4+ repairs. Hacks
my gosh!
is the best teammate you could possibly ask for. I'm pretty sure, like, we need to put Hacks on, like, a gun tank or something, all right? I just want to see how high that number can get. Hacks would be, like, the GOATest gun tank of all time.
Absolutely.
It's very impressive. Lee Song-hyun, though, of course, on the gun tank, also leading repairs on their side. I mean, such an amazing showing altogether. But, wow, Hacks. That's a big, that's a good teammate. If somebody's got your back, it's Hacks.
Absolutely. The Hacks man cometh, as we do see Tokyo Monkeys unfortunately taking the L on this one. But I wouldn't even say taking an L. All those players on that team just absolutely goated. And one of my favorite matches to have ever casted in my entire career. So hats off to everybody there, as we're going to be taking a bit of a break, and then it'll be on to the grand finals.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that one as well. The rematch, that's going to be absolutely amazing. I agree, though, one of my favorite sets that I've casted in my time in general. I think, are we ready to go to this break? I feel like I need the break. I'm talking to production here. Lux, where are we? Where are we, buddy? Are we ready? I need to take a quick little 4-minute nap, I think, to get some energy back after this.
I think I almost involuntarily did take a 4-minute nap there. Just real quick, I was like, running out of air.
Yeah, I was getting close as well. Okay, one more time though, before we do get to grand finals, I want to give a shout out to use the Matcherino, !Matcherino. I'm just gonna type it in chat. You can see me looking away. !Matcherino in chat. We've had some really wonderful donations in the meantime. I believe we had Moon donating $50. Huge shout outs to Moon, amazing tournament player. I believe we had Gabby donating as well. I actually can't see the list right here.
Let's go.
Yep, Gift of Gab, amazing. Let's see, is that who else we got? We've got oh wait, did we not? Somebody told me that they did, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know why I saw that. Okay, somebody said that and I was lied to, so I was definitely trolled, unless it's just not showing on there. Regardless, shout outs to everybody who donated, and shout outs to everybody who will at least use the codes, and shout outs to the cat.
Shout outs to Sasha.
Aw, the baby.
She's my sweetheart.
All
but
right.
Also big shout outs, like you said, to the Matcherino. And please go donate. Go just check out the codes. It's completely free and it supports all of the players who you're seeing today. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and send it to break, and we'll see y'all later. Tokyo Monkey. Asticassia so low on health, with Red Protocol going down real quick.
Yeah, cannot go to those skies when you've got
Hits that you can get. Amano getting dangerously low, but he is going to be coming up on that G maneuver really quick.
the Hades being popped by Zisaramuke. That's gonna be no answers, so many different angles. They weren't ready for the damage from above. Amano shooting through the grates with the Hades. What a good stretch. They're going for 3. Headhunter trying to escape, but you can only escape for so long. Amazing. He's gonna be the option this time. No, they weren't quite able to get that off. Yoda's gonna come out with the axes and actually counter Core Fighter. Let's see if it works this time.
Woo, baby, we going flying.
What is this defense?
The pincer maneuver right there to take back the waypoint. Yeah, Kuriyati as this team is going to go screaming across the point. Red Protocol, look at that. Rainbow Monkey and Lee Skong, the beam confuse is gonna be there. And there it is, it breaks out!
Wow, 3! That's a triple! That's gonna be 4 just to confirm. Wiki's still there. We're gonna be popping everything basically in the meantime. And that's gonna be at least the first pick of Yachty going down. 4 members immediately going down 5. And that's a full team
There
wipe.
we go.
Anybody
4,
find the
3,
moment?
2, 1.